Hi there, we're at Khwa ttu, here on the west coast, quite near Azefontein, and we're going to take a little bit of time to learn about San heritage and culture and meet some people who are doing some pretty amazing work. We're also going to be staying over the night in one of their guest houses, so we're going to get a pretty all-round great experience. I'm pretty excited. Come join us.
We started our day by going on a tour with Cordino, Kirsten and Donica, who took us around teaching us about the San people, their heritage and lifestyle. Here Kirsten is explaining the usefulness of the local plant buchu.
The guides are all from different San nations, speaking their own individual language and sharing with us the unique stories from their culture.
This is the San replica village, and each hut must face inside. And in the village there's always a big fire in the center. That's where people can come and tell story for the kids, and also do the healing dance, and also do some not normal dance when they are happy, because eating the meat, because they must dance around the fire.
If you want to marry a woman, you have to start the fire. You go very far in the bush looking for elands. You don't have to kill any other animals, just only elands. When you kill the elands, you cut the tail. So like Condino explained to us, the tail is your proof. When you come back, you give it to your uncle. Your uncle gives you this. And you're like, what I have to do with this? He said, no, boy, you killed elands, you brought us here. You are now on the way of manhood. So take these 2 sticks and start for us a fire.
So with my masculinity on the line, I set to the task of making a fire. It's surprisingly hard work, to be honest. You can add some smoke later. Cut to the big fire.
The San way of life is one of peace and coexistence. Yet for many years, San culture was marginalized in South Africa. Due to apartheid race classifications, San people lost much of their identity, and many people grew up unaware of their rich culture with its many distinctive languages and traditions.
Khwa ttu brings people of San descent together from around Southern Africa to learn about their unique heritages.
Here, Cordino is showing us how the San people would hunt for their food. The San people give us some great insight into what life was like for humans for thousands of years. Due to their relative isolation, the San people were unaffected by outside forces and were able to keep their way of life.
A set of tools were recently discovered in KZN, dating back to around 44,000 BCE, and are almost identical to the modern San tools that we have. I think what Khwa ttu are doing in terms of bringing people from all around Southern Africa to learn about their heritage is invaluable in our world in which we're more and more homogenizing. I think there's so much beauty in the San heritage, and it would really be sad if that gets lost. I think like one thing that really struck home to me was them talking about their symbiosis with nature, and that that the San didn't live separate to nature, but they lived involved in nature and looked after it. When they said that they wouldn't hunt a female eland in case it was carrying a baby, that just spoke volumes in terms of the ability to understand that yes, we need to provide for ourselves, but equally we need to look after the environment in which we live. And I think modern society can definitely take a leaf out of their book. That evening, the kind people of Khwa ttu organized a lovely spread dinner for us, and after a busy day of filming, we happily relaxed in one of their great holiday houses. The next morning we hit the trails for a bit of mountain biking before we headed back home. They have a few different trails to choose from depending on your skill level, each offering amazing views as you cycle past rocky outcrops, past wheat fields and vineyards. Plus, on a clear day you can spot Table Mountain and Robben Island in the distance. What was your favourite part of the trip, Kate?
My favorite part of the trip was when Donica shared the amusing tale of traditional San courtship. If a young man wanted to show his love for a woman, he would literally shoot a tiny arrow into her bottom. If the woman was interested, she would keep the arrow and they would look to get married. If not, she would break the arrow as well as his heart.